Round, so he's still got that, but it's going to be a gunfight instead.
Yeah, just straight up. I mean, just dry into it, no kit being utilized. Again, want to face with the bodies.
And to be honest, I think that favors Loud. Yeah, they've lost the breach, but no smokes if they decide to go over and commit to B. And Loud are re-exploring down mid as well. John Cutie and Sewers.
Massive proactivity being caught here by Sadak, but, well, John QT left to do so much more there. Just the one before the trade comes through, but the B site now opened up entirely for them. Will be that plan. Sassy's out wide into the open. Could have been danger there, but the nade, I guess, staves it away. And a call is made to try and fight into the spawn. Zelsis. Snakebite now being held, but he's got 3 targets to deal with. Luckily, okay, Zekin right there, vulnerable. Will he be able to get the damage? Of course he will. Brilliant. I think you might be seeing it. At least we certainly hope so. Les caught out in the open no man's land, so he will fall.
And I think what you're seeing, at least at the beginning of this game, is SEN taking a very slow approach. That's a big kill. John Cutie going down on A means that this side of the map no longer has any offensive threat.
Oh, second reactions there. Fault line stunned up. Well, there it is. The classic damage coming through. Flash in the end as well, so Tenz is shortly behind him with a flash repeat. Kawazine can't get too much more done. 1 player left. 2 years. Can't see too much danger in the round.
No. And Sentinels were forced to accelerate there once John ended up dying because they don't have information about what's happening on the other side of the map. But if you want to talk about
ramp control early, now setting their sights out into the A side. Sadak! Anchor in position. Tucked nice and tight and safe and really just buying time for the rest of his team. Where are the reinforcements? It was a molly into the smoke and, well, damage has been done. Vulnerable up. It's immaculate as soon as the nade comes through. Yep, just hearing it and tucked to the corner. Sassy removed. Taken out now, just 2 will stand, and it could be just a bit of random spray, a bit of random spam that saves the day for them. Celsius traded, Pit going down. Tenz 1v1. Doesn't really have to gun for it as a bulldog, but will it be all bark or all bite? Could be some danger if they find it. A few initial picks rattled off maybe with the sheriffs, but use the Trailblazer early. Nade follows through with a snakebite exchanging, the handshake dropping down. Sadak was alone there. There wasn't really much to do with in terms of the follow-up. They have to face it wide though with the aftershock being played for. So much damage done to these Loud players. The positioning's known and noted. Slowing it down, but really time is going to be 15. The worst enemy. It's a team flash. John QT there, close to the corner, cut to wide. Satchel's through and over the top. Kawazine still anchoring. Tucked tight to the corner. Sassy planting the balls on the man to go for that one out wide for a heaven plant. The wrap around. Now Zelsis becomes a key player in the game.
He's managed to pick up his orb and reposition it too, so he's got more control over towards heaven. Too easy set to try to blind somebody playing elbow. Tenz is already repositioned up top.
No follow-up off of that flash. It's more Kawazine with the stun finally now to try and at least attempt that reclear, but you're going to have to be giving this one up. They don't have positioning at all. Zelsis is backed away, playing a really passive position. Tenz spots it, backs away, not favored for that fight. And they've won out the at least critical ones. Now, no mollies for Zelsis.
Les is holding
it. Les is holding for it. Onto heaven control, but now here it is. Showstopper. Fault line to stop this one. Zekin was blind as anything. No way with the movement. Just evades capture. Still low enough though. Tenz now with a TP into the back of the side. That was not punished, and it is that full retake protocol, but already ramp control game for Loud. Look at them clearing that so damn proactively.
Meanwhile, Zelsis is so far away from the rest of the squad, just trying to find the timing for a late lurk. He might be too late.
There's a kill. Here's a showstopper. Finally online. Rocket round towards the back. Sassy is dropped like a fly. Tenz has to do the most now. He stands his ground and wins his one out. Kawazine falling out. Sadak though looked into the position to molly to push him out of position. Zekin.
Zelsis is here.
Finally arriving to the party though. Util in his hand. Sadak adjusts it and watching for it. Tenz now 1v2. The double face is there. Forwards now tucked. And there it is. Kill claimed. QCK. Fault line. Definitely there. Actually laboured enough, but still. The trade online. The call's being made to try and speed up the play now into B, but already that Util, look at it. I mean, the paranoia, the smoke drops down, cuts up the side, and with that lurk into mid, Sassy not rewarded for it. Tenz has the spike here, looking eager potentially to take some fights here, but has to stick the plan now towards default. But his team do have his back and more. Look at that coordination on display. Sadak creeping and crawling. Budging. Kawazine looks to be the contact for Paranoia play that's being held around the back now. The nade flying forwards, close quarters, still doesn't win it out with a stinger, and the backside players are brutalized, eviscerated. Sadak goes for the flash repeat. There's Zelsis. Safety in numbers.
What a swing and great dodging movement by John as well. Can Les pick this up?
V3.
He's been a monster.
He's got the rifle to do it still. There's going to be no gaps there. Not to clear through into the bit. They've got this late lurk. They're flying from Sassy. And yep, he's caused all the distraction in the world. Gets out with his life. Close to the corner. Cut him up. Still, John QT. Quality tactics, quality time now with the whole family as he's sat back into the spectator. CQCK forward. Now leading it with the team, but it's already wrapped around. So they got to expect the Sassy's there. No, it's a half clearance. Not enough. 2 years TP adjustment. He's on that high ground position, just propped up. But Les now needs to get more done, and he can't do it. It's going to come down to just a bit of spray and pray. But already time ticking, so 2 years, no chance in hell. Yeah, now a heavy group up. The weaker buy here from Loud using that Trailblazer, trying to be fast onto the approach. Chance here. Zekken tries to adjust the spray, expecting players to swing from that left side. Tens. Evacuating. Has a paranoia still left to play for, but the mollies are really clearing him out of position. What's the call now for Loud? Looks like a pivot.
Yeah, very mobile though. They've made it feel like it's ramp and they're already pressuring the screens. There's still a trip here for John. And Stens is in their spawn where they buy guns.
They don't have a clue. I mean, they've just caused them to all just be looking backwards as well. Les didn't have any sort of idea. He was just watching in case it was in mid. 2 years. One with a rifle, but no longer. Dropped to the floor, dropped to the deck. Les quite able to do it. Hopefully have that experience in spades. Oh my, showstopper. Let loose there. There is the trade online from Kawazin. He followed up with the stun at least, but his high ground angle of 10s drops down, gives him the cues. Kawazin just taking a wide peek by himself, man. Taking a fight by himself. Yeah, there's backup there, but heads have fallen, heads have rolled, and now maybe exactly what Loud ordered.
Yeah, player advantage situation, looking lovely for them. One away from a showstopper too. SEN, they're going to be able to get a plant down here. They're pretty certain that A is completely clear. They saw so many people fighting over mid. But this one is going to be tough, and Loud cannot afford to throw it away.
Yeah, just watching for it. Look at that. Loud, great awareness, knowing that SEN are going to have to be playing a bit more proactively, making the moves into the post-plan situation. Freebie there can now utilize this. Holds forwards. The rookie goes wide. QCK. And now no Valley to be found there. Out wide once more. Still QCK's on a swivel. Molly's vulnerabled him up. Pushed him out into the open. The easy collection of the kill. Now there's 45 seconds left. Chances to slow this one down, but it looks like SEN have no intention of it. Forward positions once more. Kawazin drops down from the ropes here, spraying down, but 2 years is disjointed on the rest of his team. Kawazin out wide. The reset. Oh, rolling thunder. Lifts him up in the air, sky high. And then one player standing towards the back as a crossfire setup, but the aftershock is elite. Kawazin on for so much more. An ace on the cards, less to stick. This one comes down to the spam, but John is stunned. A tap, he's going to be out wide, he's going to be forced wide, knows it. Info gathered now, but another stick now. Les finally the trust maintained in his teammate, maintained in him, might be punished. The tap, out, force with a jiggle. John QT, balls of steel.
Loud has still got some people really far away from the action.
Real fast refight, the stun. There's no connection there, so Les is able to just skip and hop away, but John QT is just this watchful eye onto it. There's a gap into the smoke. Maybe a bit unintentional there, maybe just a bit rushed from 2 years.
SEN are also expecting there to be more players on site right now. They're like, okay, well, where are the other two players for Loud? They lost track a little bit of where Kawazin and Tui's could be, and now they've lost a lot of map info too. There are still chances here for the Loud players to turn things around, but this silent jump spot, not going to be punished.
Comes down to a couple of obstacles, really.
And look at the rest of SEN. Tripled up, re-clearing areas of the map, trying to regain some information, making sure that they don't offer any 1v1s.
Yeah, methodical.
30 seconds.
You know the win conditions of Loud right now. Playing against it, slowly creeping forwards, making sure to regain some of that map control. No kill found onto Kawazin. Less a chance, really, for him to bite back and fight back. Here it is. Return of the fire, 10s from the wraparound. 2 years running all the way through. He knows the time's against him. So Cam back online. It's going to be spotting the crossover.
30 seconds left.
There it is.
Camera taken out.
Going to be calling out now that they could have been compromised towards spawn, but now time running against them. Loud, get a move on. Cages propped up, pushed up. Behind it, John QT can't follow through after that trip. There's a smoke in his face. It does make it quite dangerous, quite difficult. Still, it's a bit of run and gun in action. Only a few seconds remaining. Pull out the sidearm. Why not? Being around the block, they might be down and out right now, but they have that experience to maybe rally themselves here. They need a few more, though. Openings not going to be given to them. Defensive setup for Sentinels just a little bit too strong, too well honed.
Yeah, everything looks... They've crossed every T, dotted every I. You heard John talk about it too when he said the devil's in the details, right? What makes a team excellent is not just the macro, not just the shooting, but it's all the small things.
Will they be able to get the plant down? Looks like they will do so. Too much pushback.
There isn't very much retake utility here for SEN. Normally their retakes are amazing, but there's really only a boombot to work with.
Waiting for the right timings. I mean, the smoke up. 1 second here for TenZ. Going to be using it probably to block off one of the angles. Just jiggling for now. There it is, actually dividing up the site. Paranoia flying with the fault line. Time. Time to tick. A crucial kill. Zelsis falling on top heaven. TP forwards. Backside control, at least partitioning in it and trying to take it wide. Still with that util online. The aftershock does push him away. A time from John QT, but forcing the fights out into the open. The snake bites. Plenty of util here. So Loud. Trip in their face. There's no protocols at all to really deal with that one. Should have known it was there, surely, if they were walking all the way up. TP forwards. It is just being toppled and crumbled. All the opportunities in this round here for Loud. QCK with a nade does get the one onto Zelsis.
I mean, this spike is down in such an open position, though. It sends to close out.
And Sadak, it's inevitable.
And they won't really know otherwise until the alarm bot takes contact. And at that point, it's kind of too late. Sadak doesn't have nanoswarms to deny. So just gambling the wrong way here.
Sadak, flash through, he's playing anti. Where's the follow-up? There is none. Just rips away to it, and Frenzy in his hands. There's a backside position being played here. Dash fading away, but Second still standing his ground that he's earned himself. Dart dodged. Another play being set up as well. TenZ with a pop flash into the peak. It allows Second to recross back, playing together now, but they've got 4 players to deal with. Make it 3. Can't let this one slip now, Loud. Shock dart, it's good for the damage. TenZ gonna be forced out wide. TenZ! You can't be getting away with this, son! Surely not needs. Doesn't even matter.
All of that extra mental bandwidth being taxed. The rifling's just been superb.
Player's gonna be dropping plan online here for Sassy. Offloading it in exchange there. Does want to go hunting. 2 years. Top of the bridge, brings him down. Still 1 step closer. That's what matters.
It's a fairly important denial, though. If TenZ had access to that ult at the start of the round, things would get quite difficult for Loud.
The flash goes off. Plan. Now here for Sassy. Util a little bit delayed. So yep, it's down. Close to the quarters. Down underneath rafters. Kawazine wins his one out versus Second. Still gets to the position for it. And TenZ is starting to use his ult now for this. Making sure that they can't use any of that post-plant util. Keen and eager to take the fights. He's ripped Kawazine's head clean off. Over the top of the ropes, this is a real dangerous situation. Scenario flash, peek from the rest of his team, sets them up, but no real casualties. Now QCK finally, abilities back online. Dash, backing away, gets the one. Needs to clear the corner here, but he's just really struggling, waiting out wide here. Having a defuse from Sadak, pushed back and away, and a wide tip tap. Going through there, Dizzy firing a blind shot off, but it actually didn't trigger onto Les. Nano swarm.
That's so much damage.
My God, yeah. TenZ lucky to be alive, facing top rafters. Sadak taken out cleanly. Now TenZ is going to be playing a 4 position here because he is so low. Might be able to get a 1 and done.
And Sassy, with that ult plant, Wingman got the Thrash online.
Need somebody to break that dart for him though, and there wasn't anybody really waiting available, but still, like you said, the Thrash is now online. Sassy lets it loose, the movement, clean, jiggling with it. Entertainment, not quite online here. Now a bit of pace injected back into the thing. See it Loud, using that util. All available for them, but it's a crossfire setup of Sentinels, and they punish that swing and wide face out. Great with the movement and patience with the aim. Cooling down the weaponry enough to take out QCK.
They think it's a re-hit. They're keeping players on this site.
Might be some serious danger here. I mean, 2 years just holding onto the high tide's wall. There, flash through into the back. Dart, oh my. They knew exactly the position and that was coming from, so Kawazine didn't really stand a chance up with the armor. Draft dashing away. Second survives. Flank attempt from QCK. Oh my goodness.
Has anyone heard that? TenZ is watching, but
TenZ was watching.
They're going to get distracted.
They are distracted. Now the pressure really being applied. It's less here, and QCK for the cleanup. John QT is there with a trade, but 1 versus 3 now. Diffuse online for 2 years. Not going to be pushed away from this one. There's no more utility left available for them. So a thrifty round for Loud.
I think they've got all the info they need, though.
Yeah, they have. With QCK pushed up deep like this, and look at it, you can just tell from the stack. Already protocols in play. Molly forward, Zekin just tanks it. Half his HP just removed, but they weren't expecting it. Still, Loud with all the kills. 2 versus 3. Sassy almost being taken out. Has to back his way to safety here. Fast flank of QCK. Might be causing some issues a little bit later into things. Now he's going to be notifying his presence, at least with the removal of that turret attack from Sadak. He's hoping that forces them out wide. Don't know if they could have took a glimpse of that one. Still 10 HP. Leave it just to Zelsis. Kova. There's no real chances here. There's no real chances. Maybe. Should have the protocols for this, but still Zekin with Knives is a very dangerous target. Tagged up by the drone. Has to respect it now. Has to back away. Zelsis dropped on the other section of the map, the other side of things. Still with that plant down.
They're pitting.
They are going to be pitting, committing into this
3v5.
one. This is interesting. I mean, even though the money is a little bit wild still, now the lockdown being invested. I mean, that is absolutely crazy stuff still. Maybe feeling like it's necessary now. John QT getting into this spot and this position on top of it. Can't break it down, so detained and dealt with. Big committed with the ultimates here on either side, but it's Loud. He's wrapped all the way behind him, and yeah, he will get detained just so that this pit stays up, but he's spammed onto the top Rattler's position. Dropping down. Crucial kill here onto the flank. Zelsis cleans that one up, so no gaps now left into the play. Hunter's Fury offloaded. Really just going to be utilized to try and push at these players from Loud into these forward positions. And they have managed to even it up ever so slightly, but still a player disadvantage. Molly, we're waiting for it to fade with Mosh down now. Dizzy on top of it with the Cove. Now stacking up all together. Post-plant utility should be good enough here for Sentinels. Now players realize it. They're the ones who have to make the moves forwards. Kawazine! They're creeping forwards with this lead here.
Yeah, look at how mobile they are with QCK's positioning. He gets another one. That's excellent.
Yeah, okay.
They played him over towards A. Last round he walked down Tube. This time he's over towards B. So difficult to predict.
Middle though with an no command plant. Oh, hello, counter spam. Kawazine dropped. Still have to worry about this operator.
That was actually through mid. That was
No way! He skewered them! Tench dropped to his knees. There's no chance in hell he's being picked up. And now, plenty of time and space brought for the rest of these Loud boys to really get into the action. Auxiliaries are here. Wide face by Zelsis. Traded though. Dropped down. And John QT again isolated in this 1 versus 2 position. Familiar scenes for him. The reload surely going to be heard. And yes, the same as what he did in the pistol round. I mean, he went for this aggressive push on that initial round, man. He's taking matters into his own hands. Does not care. Worth a damn 3 fall.
What a beautiful bait and switch setup from Kawazine and Les as well. Such an unusual one with the Sova opping.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a Loud that is very, very angry.
Yeah.
Pod and poke the bear.
And frankly, it wasn't necessary for Les to go and do that. When they've already won 5 rounds in a row and the game plan's working, does Les need to force those fights and take the 1v1s? No, actually not in the right spot.
Really deep flash now. I mean, Les decided to take the re-peek. Dizzy shot fired straight into the wall there. Zekin wins it out though. Molly's dealt with. Accounted for. Now you're going to see it. The Reckoning pressing forwards with the advantage that they've got. Loud, not giving up any space. They want to take it right back away from them. Already you can see it, that deep position. The weaker guns and weaponry still. Maybe SEN could make something of it. Again, the triangle of death set up. This time though, Thrash taking that first contact. Zelsis winning that fight. The adjustment and snap to the side. And retaking now with his operator just becomes a dire situation. And Zelsis is running a mockery over them. Taking liberties when he's on low HP. Because why not? He can do it. Not planted for Sassy. Tapping. Sadak. Over and around, spotted, 1, Sassy dropped, Sadak now, but time surely working against him, the jump spot, the jiggle, John QT trying to gamble and dice with Dev himself here all the way through, that is immaculately played. Back now, no detainment, fast with the high tide, cuts this one up, mosh pit into the back now, this time SEN fighting tooth and nail, but you're up against Kawazine, John QT, where's he pulled that one from? Out of nowhere! On top of the ropes, the pit has been earned. 88 health to his name, he just needs to survive. The spray down, and he's already hunting them down. Les, with him toppling, Ace on the cars. The crowd wants it, the people are chanting. QCK spotted out wide. Will his team give him anything? Not quite, still. Talking about Pryor is gone. Loud, what do they have to clear this one? Bodies might do it, surely. Ghost moment, not getting away with too much more still. 1 for 1. Drop down, Zelsis. Taking up space back towards the backside of Yellow. I need some supportive util though, and TenZ is the one holding it. So flash, free peak timing, needs it now, needs help right now, and he's got it. The follow through from the rest of them. Those reinforcements, jump, spot, and peek. Less, he's taking them all out. 7 seconds remaining. Molly has to stick it through here for Sadak with that plan. It's the only way. He goes down to it. And it leaves it just up to Les. 1 versus 1. Viper versus Viper.
They should know that Les is this week.
Should have been cool.
This Sentinels Classic could do work here.
Time to put it to the test. A lot to clear though for John QT. Thankfully, he's got a bit of time on his side. Contacting, spots it. That's now going to be dropping. Orb propped up. How does John choose to play it? Here's those shots. Spots it out on the right click business. Until out.
2 of these players will die to a one-shot from the elbow.
They're not watching for it. Over the top there, that's the Ghost gameplay occurring right now. Out wide, TenZ seeking to reclaim a bit of that territory, a bit of that ground. And he has slowed it down enough for the spike to be dropped down, but it is a 2 versus 3. This is the danger zone right now. The Verge are getting thriftied. Like you said, a single shot will do it. You've essentially handed over the operator to QCK.
Yeah. It looks like a save, to be honest, but they're still going to try and fight over it. Wow. There are still opportunities and danger here.
You slipped the map.
TenZ is making an enormous wraparound, unless it's gone into Snowman. This is such a bizarre round.
And John QT's backs to the wall, all about the timing. No way! As Lesser finds it. And the gamble, the wraparound here of TenZ has to pay off. It has to pay off massively, but it's not going to be planted out wide. Les, does he even acknowledge it? The reload is heard here. Close quarters again. Cuts it up into the angle. 1 versus 1, but it really should never have been here in the first place. Knife tags it. Knows the rock positioning as the wall fades. That needs to be dealt with here. What a snap to the side. QCK deleted off the face of the map. It is responded in kind here. Sadak a bit cheeky there with the peaks over the top here. Just trying to play on top of 410. Drops down the Nana Swarms, making sure that nobody can play forwards. He does have the spike. Let's get his plan down.
A little bit of damage done, but not too bad.
Yeah.
Love that Cove too. You can plant in a number of positions where it's very helpful. And Lauda looking to try to play a little further forwards than we saw from the post plants of Sentinels. You know, fighting on top of 410 with 2 E's ready to swing. They've got 2 layers to this, really.
Oh, deactivated. Knife cooldown. A lot of util offloaded from SEN just to try and clear that back of the side. But again, time is of the essence, and with the Nanoswarm deaded already, it's running out wildly. It's not a luxury they have whatsoever. No one's even forcing a tap onto the spike here. There's a gap into the wall. TenZ out wide and open. Man, this is just madness. Sadak, what are you getting away with?
Shooting fish in a barrel. You can see Sen had no idea there that...
One tag there to Sassy, backs him away. Top belts seen and spotted. Dash to get himself out of there. Reckoning now will clear the way through for the rest of Lauda follow all the way through. Stuns, not really being respected. I mean, Zekken is just trying to really get the most out of it there, and he is finally punished. So, no command, fast, off the rip, pushing forward. So they're going to expect this. QCK is already behind the man, already behind him, playing up with the rest of his team. And 3 players fall just like that, dropped to the ground, to your knees, if you are TenZ in this case, and Celsius for Celsius. 1v4, last one left. Decision being made for him, really. Has to be the save, just through the wall, just in case, but Dash to respect it. But the trouble is here, I mean, Loud, you got to think, going to be probably able to get themselves a plan.
Only Zekken's seen both times, even though there's a stack here.
There's a flash repeat as well with a Dizzy, but the wall in their face as well. It just gives that covering fire for Sadak. Through, not too sure how that kill was found. Sadak, at least Sassy with this reposition. Close now, tries to face it. Again, there's just too many numbers to overcome. The advantage is Loud here. I mean, they've just picked them apart. It's methodical in the ire of Loud. They're already fast onto the approach, but they're back away. Yeah, they're going back to A.
Sadak's like, guys, there's no one here.
Look at this guy, look at the position. You practically expect him to be a defender with this spot.
30 seconds
Forwards
left.
though with the smoke. Zelsis can't adjust it. Can't snap to it. QCK drops him. This is real chaos and pandemonium being strewn into the round. You don't expect this. Patience played all the way through. Thrash out wide, and they're just shooting bullets. It's easy targets all about. Boundless right now for Les. The rest of his crew.
10 seconds left.
With the free plants.
Spike planted.
And there's nothing you could do, not with the retake to the operator.
Yeah, not unless Zekken's able to get a freebie in a situation like that. It just looks very difficult from Sentinel's perspective for them to get any kind of foothold in a round like this one. This is where Zekken was positioned in the previous round. He's got the operator over on A.
Clear, just with the dizzy. There's really nothing else behind it. No flash read clear. Just the one bit of util, and it was broken almost immediately with the slow down approach, John.
Yeah, at least they're trying to find the timings to go for that kind of thing, but just throwing the single dizzy, it doesn't have the same impact. It's worse than a single flash from the KO, honestly. And Louder just keeping all of this presence over towards B, and Zekken is still worried about a lurker on A.
There's that prior conditioning here with 40 seconds left. Plant's gonna have to go down at some point. Drone.
Throwing the nade lineup so that they can still fight with the nade.
Hello, pop flash play, TenZ. He's still alive here, got his one, but 2 years also returned with the fire now. Feeling the heat, feeling the emphasis that he needs to make a play here. That's why he's going wide, dodge. The side there, away from the shutdown. Mosh pit, dissuading it, pushing back this one, but he doesn't expect the player above him. And around the back, oh! What an adjustment! Flicks to the side, luckily 2 years still there, not a reckoning. Drop down with only 12 seconds left, there's no plan online, and stun. Here, up and away, updraft all round! I mean, TenZ has no way to get out of this one. There's too many spots to really account for. And well, forward! It's messy. It's real damn messy. Luckily, Zekken is still here and collects. With 2 on the board now, maybe a chance for Sentinels really setting themselves up in an advanced position. It's been one of the first times, yet Sadak says, not quite. He's got something to say about it. Does bring it into a 3v3 now. With that util, finally, respected. Sadak pushed away once more, and it's about bleeding it out. Another tap online, this time. In the wingman, Dizzy over the top. Zekken back into the fight. Hello. Just not quite seeing that one over the top below him. Does not anticipate it, but guess what? His teammates did. Go for the reswing now across. He saws him over the road, but he couldn't adjust the aim in time. Zelsis spamming and spraying and a bit of praying. Let's get the job done there with the removal onto 2 years. Kawazine, though, will not be pushed back and away, and QCK is his time to come alive. Over the top of rafters. Risks necessary in this spot, especially when you're a player down.
The pit invested in a 3v4 here.
That's dirty.
It does cover the spike.
Yeah, look at that. Stretches all the way over towards it, and he still has 2 snake bites as well. That will put the time pressure now onto Sentinels. This could be the 12th round for Loud. It's about how they navigate it. It's about how they sail through. A tap forwards now. What is the next wave of things? QCK traded. Now sticking though, already there. That's going to be the wingman, putting that pressure onto a Hunter's Fury, skipping a hop over to the top. And well, it's just been stuck in the middle of all of it. Throws them out and away. Deal with the util, and how do they deal with these players? Zekken just wants to take up the straight up fight, attack. Baiting it out now, nade, a bit short and shy off the mark there. Still damage is being done to a multitude of players. Only 3 left standing for Lau, but again, anyone could win it. You just have to just rely on a bit of that RNG. TenZ pushing with the operator. Sadak still stands. Have on it, they don't have it. Still, John has got to stick it now. And a tap with a rifle, all praise.
Celsius has a timing to try to disrupt this.
Les gets dropped.
So now it's going to be a 4v4.
Backside gained. Plan for Sadak. Not going to be pushed away this time. Moshpit just a little bit too delayed and late. It's going to be setting themselves up potentially in a favored counter here with the retake of Sentinels. Jump spot, just seeing, but he does back away. So now with the alarm bot, bit of spam, bit of spray. Pop flash play, TenZ, man! He's taking it to him. Damage done though, had the knife out, wasn't expecting that follow-up, especially with 2 years there, but what can he really do in this spot? V3. They have to find one of the fights, and Zelsis isn't keen on giving him it. Now Sassy, sticking, half already. Options dwindling. It's a high-low face.
And set up a date with Gen G.
Aggressive. Here it is, adjustment not there in time. He just tried to flick to the side. It was actually TenZ who was the one who went down there to a bit of random spam, updraft and away, back in. Got to respect now at a reckoning.
It's incredible that SEN are winning these rounds while the early fights are going so terribly for them.
Sadak with the plan. Not going to be pushed back. You got to think now. Loud, again, surely set up for success, but I said that last time. It was SEN who ended up taking it, but this time there's a player disadvantage. Doubled up, shoulder to shoulder, round to the back. 2 years showing presence. A little jiggle and offset there with a movement, but not going to expect Kawazine. And he's still here, alive and kicking. Weaving in and out, dodging, juking, playing with his team, spraying them all the way through overtime. Showing presence there with the operator. He wants a second go at things. Sassy, not expecting it. The rest allowed, backing him up still. It's sprayed and messy. It's all over the bloody place. 2 left to stand here from Sentinels.
Gonna be a difficult situation for John and Celsius to recover. Do they know that everybody is here? I'm not sure they've seen Sadak. John, though, picking up that ult orb, one away from getting a pit online. If there was an ult that could turn this round, it would be that one. They've got to be concerned about the wall. Les can drop it at any point to try to set up the double face.
Doubled up side by side, top rafters, 2 years. Important one to win was Elsis dropping. John QT sends the nade flying, the molly there. Just can't quite land the kill. He now has Slippery. He does have the pit, but does he choose to offload it? Of course he does. It's OT. And now drops it down. Evacuating the one angle, but over the top of the... I know Loud, they set their sights over towards B. That's no way. The spam.
Very
Nearly
close.
tagging him up, draft over the top. That's QCK. Wonderful punish onto the corner. Even more where that came from. As the rest of his team, this is it. Set up for success. Set up for map 3. And you got to think it. It's inevitable on top of the ropes. How is he accurate there? Running and gunning, but Tens dealt with. Dropped. And a retake with the op. It's a fairy tale moment for Second, it will have to be, and he doesn't expect it. The wrap there.
Just jiggle in this corner, like I said. On split, the Loud compositions require a lot of jiggling without the Sentinel.
Here's the flash being sent flying, lucky to not die. Sadak running and wading away, backwards, running and gunning.
That's
with the
wild.
frenzy. Only had 4 bullets left, and he still managed to
30
land that
seconds
shot.
left.
So, play disadvantage here for Sentinels, get themselves the site. Will be the plant on top of it, but what is the call after the fact?
Loud have so much utility on rifle rounds to be able to deny plants from going down. They don't have as much to work with here.
Barely missing. Flash pushing him away there. Paranoia was bad, yet still they face it with the guns. Now Sadak's all the way behind them. Dizzy, tap onto it. It's going to be alerting the attention of these Sentinels players back and around, but they have so much to deal with now. The push and the pull of these Loud players, just too elite. Just the flash, all in conjunction. Now to
30
Dizzy,
seconds
all the way
left.
through market. Nothing to really stand their ground, but Les is still going to try and do it otherwise. ADS firing them down as well. The bullet tag's just slowing them ever so slightly. Enough for Sadak to get that one, but a plan. Now down here for SEN, no push back from it, so they can start to play this post plan, but do they really want to do this? Just with the Stingers. It's like an awkward one to try and play into, especially when Kawazin has almost all of his util. A few more seconds left, and he will have the fault line, but there it is. Sends out the aftershock, out wide, forces Celtics, no kill. Paranoia used in response to this one, and a second flash sets them back up with a deep smoke after really forcing Loud to push forwards into this one. A tap onto it again. Stunned up inside the smoke, damage done. Kawazin still lives on 21 health. Diffusing now, Sadak onto half. Has to be dealt with, has to be brought down. Sticking it through, and no damage, not enough. Cam, fast as the call here for Sentinels. Looking for a couple of kills, but out wide, a little bit too much.
Spike down.
Celsius and QCK,
Last player
the target you really want to be prioritizing these kills onto when he gets his ult online, which he already does. I mean,
Yeah, he already
much
had it.
for it.
deleted.
And John's just looking to do what damage he can. This is
Waiting
bizarre.
for it. It is bizarre. It's a flash. Repeat now out wide. What is that? Kawazin. He was leaping across. Paranoia. Tap from Tens with the movement. Not enough bullets in the end. Still, QCK dropped back to 30 health. Now, he looks out back up. Could play into this one with the ult. Might even choose to do so. See if it makes a real difference here. But Sassy does have his ult back online. Picks up from Brian. Here it is. The second round of things. Thrash. Spawn. Broken to pieces. Clear the close left corner, but still. Who does want to just try and take a fight there. John QT tucked as well. A lot to clear in this spot, and just walking right over him, QCK. There is that tray with the pop flash now. In and out and through, but still with a util in his hand. Or theft as well, give that additional confirmation. Now the smoke's going to be dropped down, lay it down, will be the plant. Sentinels get themselves into it here with a player advantage. Now's the time to shine. Count Loud out too much just yet, though. Grouped up together, nade. Ooh, it's a bit of a blunder. Can't swing into that one. It was anticipated for him. Paranoia in front of it. Sadak, he had to be the playmaker there, and he was not. Drop down. Now a flash of their own. Tens repositions on top of Jenny. Vulnerable. Snake bite. Goodness me.
Everyone on Loud saving.
Yeah, none of nades and flashes do go flying, though, with a satchel play. Sets up second deep into the angle. Decay damage kick in, almost getting brought down himself. He's on 60 health. He's going to be a thorn in their side, though, when this retake starts to come online for Loud.
Yeah, he's very isolated.
Very isolated. Smoke to play in. Wants to try and get in and rule that angle over the top. Now a reflank from mid, but already it's traded equally.
The timing actually here from John looks fairly good.
Yeah, he has to potentially get a move on, but it's up to the rest of his team, I think, to
He might
dissuade
catch the
and push them
Phoenix
back.
ult.
Yeah, Paranoia's there, and he does catch it. QCK just alive No longer. Deep cam round the back, Louder left really scrambling, looking for options, and they've decided to take the fight! Force him to win! Tense wins that! Get out of here! Still no tap on Twitter, pressure's mounting, incredibly so. 2 years facing with all the kills. You're joking, but the pressure too much.
No! What a bonkers round!
Tap, but now going to be sticking it for the plant. Does have his ult online now for it. Here's the Rolling Thunder. Back into them. Showstopper to use. There's a bit of a reaction into this one. And second, his whole goal is to really slow this one down. TP dodging out of the way. On top of the box, they're going to expect this one to drone. We'll see it. Tags him up. So eventually, TenZ will be spotted into this one and done spot. And QCK through the wall, favored for it. That's the wallbang angle on top of it now. It's an interesting fight to be taken. John QT turns it into a 2 versus 2. 2 tagged up by the knife, but just a tap onto the head. Spots it now, Zelsis. So much more in this position. Sadak feeling frantic in nature.
Does he have it?
I don't know. I don't know. Did he get onto it in time?
It's so close.
Oh my goodness! Over towards A, maybe even pinto some of these players. And yeah, they're just barreling all the way through into mid. There's a nade! Watched it! Zelsis still here. John QT though, they're just trying to dominate this one singular position. They do control A main. It's throwing a bit of chaos into the mix. In through the back of the side, just spots the elbow. Just spots the elbow, and TenZ looking this way, that way. Didn't know where the players were going to be coming from. Sassy, last one left. Could have been granted one extra, gets the one, backs out. 50 seconds in the round.
It always gets me listening to the Brazilian fans chanting against Sassy. It just seems so wrong. He's in a very difficult situation.
9 bullets, didn't opt to reload, didn't want to give away any sound cues.
If he finds a timing to separate individuals, maybe he could get something done. He doesn't have to be anywhere near the plant. Everyone on Loud is so grouped.
They're going to make mistakes. They don't think he's there on the angle in time. He's caught himself into the 1 versus 2. Ult slow line here for Sadak, but he doesn't really find a time to use it, but the dart reveals all. Sassy have to pull off an absolute miracle. 5 HP drop down, backing away. Now wide and sprayed them through. Loud realise it. Okay, we've been found out. Got to back away now. Just try and flood back into this. Do some economic damage. So, util flying forwards here. I'll have to push away the plan though, so still. Spike down and out. Oh. Hello, Juicy K. No turn on the fire. He's still alive here. I think there's too much danger.
It shouldn't be dangerous, but when the Loud players hit shots,
just never know. Tap. QCK. Hello. It's rattling their heads now. Already 2 taken, stricken off the list. Thrash has to be used. He popped the ult. He popped the ult, man.
He got caught by it, though.
Just trying to time it, yeah. Detained up into the corner here. Potentially winnable, though. Now, man, it's looking more likely. Finally fades away, and he's back into it, but here it is. The follow-up. With all the rifles online.
He doesn't have the time.
My God. Instant F-flat. It's the next layer of this one. Sentinels, do they have anything cooked up to try and fight this one further?
Normally, Loud are going to throw in a lot of utility early for plant denial.
Hunter's Fury. Molly's going to be used towards the back of the site. Hunter's Fury. There's the connection. Second falls. Couple of beams of that one, but still not being dislodged from these positions. TenZ up top. Familiar angle. Has the ult now for the classic reposition. Ult into the back of the site. Could be anyone's game on a knife's edge. Every single instance, TenZ sticking the plan. Or not quite already with the ult into the back, but he has been cleaned up. 2 years there. It's a 1v2. Taps it. Gets Sassy, doesn't give him anything, still bides his time, waits it out, and now it has been fully drawn down to the final moments. All the kills going Loud's way, but not the round.
Same again.
Just seeking to delay as long as possible. Sentinels, though, looking likely they're going to have an open sight. 2 years is really trying to make this feel like there's lots of players here. Nades forward, so they just spam the box in the common angles. They do deal with him, and finally the flood defense is here in time, but can Loud do anything about it? Beautiful dart. Everybody lit up here, even with the stingers, there's danger. Danger in abundance, but still with the rifles. Holy! Rest of it plan. Now down, and it looks like this might be another funny round.
Loud are playing really heavily for backside B control, which is going to allow them to get players in, flooded.
Hit it as well. Just to play for it. QCK does have his own ult now. Run it back. Finally initiated. He was suppressed in time, but just let it loose. We'll be seeing if he can hunt down a few of these kills. And yep, Zelsis caught. Util out in his hands. Wasn't really quite aware of that one, is he? Tagging away. Zekken spammed. Dart. Here we go. Only 3 players left now. Loud. Fast on the approach, aftershock there, but a quick TP into the corner. Paranoid order util layered on top of each other, and they just cannot do anything. Scintillating, sizzling away, spraying.
Knife destroyed, could be anybody there.
Tenz back and out, still open towards his back. Okay.
So close to getting punished there.
Very close. I mean, Les was quick onto the angle, onto that avenue of opportunity. They want to flood out now, facing with the bodies. Paranoia backing away, QCK!
Oh, that's unreal.
As blind as the fadeaway. Damage has been done definitely to Zelsis here. Single shot will do it. Tucked close. There it is, straight to the chest. Brings him down. John can't do much, so they can take an early fight. And you're right. I mean, could get costly. Normally you want to be saving these pieces of util, but clearly Sentinel's thinking, feeling like it could be winnable, but not with the gun disadvantage.
No, I mean, keep
in the top. Another score at the top here, though. Tap and a face. That contact play style, finally punishment in place.
Yeah, but I mean, what?
Leaning this way, Celsius. He is a low player, but he decides to take the fight anyway, not set up onto that angle with any form of util. Sassy now, he's in a one and done. Dart has to be broken, and he's revealed his position now. This is problematic. Still util now. Tenz right behind them, sends out the Paranoia, and there is that swing, and that's a spike going to be dropped down. Most of his team nowhere near here. Les is the last one standing.
We saw a lot of it from SEN. Here it comes.
Paranoia, yeah. Thrash as well. It's all being laid out on top of one another. Fast. Cover play. Shock into the corner was utilized a little bit earlier, but everybody tucked into main. Do have the orb for this one. Actually some mollies as well. We're going to see how the util just reigns supreme into it. Dizzy over the top. Anything to try and latch onto this spike and get the defusal started.
Is there time for the thrash?
I don't even know. I mean, listen, it's going to be 1 second left. He wants to use it, but again, somebody needs to get onto this one. Already detained. Into the side, into the corner. Where is the time pressure? Hello! Finally, wingman down, and the rifle's there. Has to be bodyguard duty! Spraying them all down! Wingman! He's been stopped in his tracks! Half tapped, Sassy, no more to room. No, rolling thunder now though. You can feel the presence. Now they're going to be using it. Tenz, TPs, and away back to the corner. Actually, he's
not away.
Even deeper angle. He wants to try and take the fight to them. Flash, forced to set it up. That's Zelsis. The dynamic duo just weaving in and out, and the flood defense this time reigns supreme.
I love it. I think this map is set up so nicely for B flood defending.
Play, going for a re-hit.
20 seconds.
Going for a re-hit.
Zelsis is in a committed position.
Really committed. It's the first phase coming through. It's just the players of the sheriffs, and they're all going to be falling now. Fully crumbling. Les, the one with the rifle, makes a decent job.
Loud get info that there's nobody on the flank.
Yeah, exactly, with that dart. They're around now, and that's a Hunter's Fury to add even more time pressure. Ult committed and stuck. Tenz is forwards. He wins his fight. That is ridiculous. Still with a Paranoia, now the showstopper. Seeking to commit this one. Where these players might be, but the first tap at least forces out the ult. Rocket flying. Again, clears the one, but on top of this corner, on top of the box, 2 years, has to reveal his hand, spraying it through, guarding, blocking, all the bullets, second, sticking, and he's won the round for his team. 2 players spotted, 1 tagged up here, shock darts now, and the squeeze is online. QCK is wrapping around, Molly there, oh, hello. Trip, Tenz lit up entirely, lets loose that Paranoia, but that one way, less than ideal. That was John's.
Great crunch in B main though from Loud.
Yeah.
SEN couldn't figure out how, which direction to go in, I guess. And Tui's is here ready to pick up Zelsis. All good.
Okay. All good. Rounds. Drone hears it. Has to respect it now. It's running away just to get the hell out of there. Doesn't break the drone either, so it clears out the site entirely. No command. Let loose, let rip. Zelsis spreads it wide now. Cross onto the site. Not going to be letting them use that util plant. Stuck here by Kawazin. Tenz onto that high ground approach. He has found value with less being removed. That's one of the star players going pound for pound, just removing this one, and a call is made to try and fight this one. Sassy taking it straight to them. Man in tow, and he just caught the backside, clips Sadak out towards the back of the head. Flash through running gun with a Spectre, ult denied. 2 years, he's miles away. And the knife gives them every single bit of information they could want. Skipping a hop, dodging round. Surely! No way! It's deep. Goal, Zelsis. Wasn't ready for it. Peeking it wide like that, just slowly. Les did manage to vacuum up that space now. There's going to be that re-pick. Sassy just trying to tuck himself into the corner here. Needs some help from the rest of his team. Hunter's Fury trying to collect these kills as well. They're trying to face from spawn. Run it back there. Actually brought him down with the ult, and Sassy in this entire time somehow has stayed alive. Tucked to the corner, got a smoke at his back to try and help him out, and everybody's going to be facing him here. Flash in his face, spraying through. Door praying, but this time Loud. One's on top here, 5 alive. John QT might not be long for this world either. So Kawazaki gets into it now. Even the ult online if he chooses to expend it, but probably not even necessary.
I mean, a win here for SEN is forcing out those ults, I think.
Yeah.
I'll say that. They could close it out here.
Easy. No one to break, no one to deal with it, but there's a flash using, running and gunning.
They could close it out here.
Okay, drive by, going wide. One player falls, a tap now forces out the snake bites. Have to be utilized here. Kawazin still has the ult, surely. There's no danger, surely he tends. Doesn't just TP, but he does straight into them, into their faces, tapping and spraying all the way through. Rifles. Save the day. John would potentially like to get away with this one, but it's going to the final round of regular time anyway. Might as well go down with the ship.
Optimizing, but also giving SEN an opportunity to throw in some util early on. They're not going to go for the flood defend, though.
Yeah, suppression fading. When is the time to strike? Here it is. QCK lets it rip, breaking the util. Tizzy. Oh! This play gets caught into the wall there. Unfortunate with it. Still watching, holding for the flash. Anti-positions played, spam into the box. But it does buy them critical time. Now running their way past this one. Are they going to anticipate? 2 years! Nails them to the back wall of Link. The upper second shot goes flying wide, smoke and disengaging, back and away. Celsius seeking to clear this one out, but again the time running against them. The rifles have to sing true, they have to ring true. The pathing over to the top plant. Actually going down here, but any sort of util after shot, breaks it, 12 seconds. Time really against them, snake bite drop down Loud. This is them with a chance to really gain some ground here, swinging wide to punish. Kawazin, he understood it as a win con and just decided to take the risk anyway. 2 years, fake the TP back, and now they want to fight this one into the back of the site. Double face, no util sentinels, barreling through, finding their own timings, gifted with it, spamming through. Sadak left in a 1v2.
And second making the wraparound to A-Link.
Sadak sticking this one half onto it, half onto the defuse. He's bought himself a little bit of time, a window potentially, but he just needs a kill, and he's not being given it, he's not being given it. No one will give him an easy. Potentially into the jaws of defeat. Zekken has found his slice. Sadak removed, and now confusion. It's a frantic play from Loud. Which direction did it go into? The one-way stopping them. Ults, and the util has to be used now to clear it back through, but the spike's been dropped down, and time against them entirely. Pop flash play, watch for 2 to stand, and 2 potentially to fall. 2 years and less together now, tapping it out, but there is no chance, there is no hope. Sentinels, inevitable.
SEN look incredible here. Dominating on the first map and squeezing through in overtimes to take their appointment with Gen G in the upper finals. Ooh. Loud push.